So, my girlfriend and I were reading Parasite the other day. I brought her over and we were reading this. We were reading Parasite, which, if you don't know, is a really, really good Japanese comic about this boy, this high school kid. Yes, I know they're always high school kids, but this high school kid who gets an alien who takes over his arm. The Parasite. And this isn't a spoiler. This happens within like the first 5 pages of the series. And a lot of crazy, weird body horror things happen because the parasite can melt and completely take over flesh, and there's a lot of them. And they're taking over a lot of different people. And they usually land on people's heads. They try to take over the brain, but for some reason this high school kid, under certain circumstances, actually through total luck, did not get a parasite in his brain. He got it in his arm, his right arm. I think in some Japanese translations it's his left arm, but I believe originally it's his right arm originally. So there's some confusion between left or right, but it's his right arm, the one that I'm reading anyway. I love how you can just hit that with your head. So she got me into it. My girlfriend got me into this series, and it's great. I've actually purchased the next 2 volumes in the series. It's a great read. I would highly recommend it. It's a little gory, a little disturbing. Oh my god. 6. Ring slot number 2. Well, there you go. Now I can't complete the game. Shit. Let's just see how far I can get without the lava protection. 4 legs. You know what? I'm going to stick to my rules. I said I would stick to my rules, and I'm going to stick to the rules. Let's go fight somebody else. Can't use the refined club, so let's use the battle axe. Okay, let's see. Who to go fight? I know who. No. Do I really want to do that now? You know what? I know who I'm going to go fight. Chamber of the Princess, please. Let's go meet a deer heart. Not you. Don't worry, big lady. Not coming for you. I'm going for a different big lady. So, anyway, I was reading Parasite with her. It was like 3 in the morning. We're getting freaked out because it's a really weird series. And, you know, it's going to be like 3 in the morning. And it's time for her to go home. So I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. I was going to walk her to her car. So we're being really quiet. Because, you know, it's late at night. We don't want to wake everybody up. Everyone's asleep in the house. We leave. I open the door. My door opens inwardly. And I look to about where my belly is. And I see an arm and a head coming out of the door frame. And it says to me, "Just a sec." And I freak out. Behind the scenes, what had happened was my mother was going around and turning off the lights around the house. She was going around turning all the lights off of the house to save some energy, some electricity. And she heard us coming out of the door, out of my bedroom. And she went, "Oh, shoot, I'm in my robe right now. I can't let Gunslinger's girlfriend see me in the robe. This is going to be really embarrassing. Oh, shoot." So she ducked behind my door so that nobody would, you know, we couldn't see her robe. I don't know why she's so freaked out about it. My mother is very prudish. She's very weird, too. So she hid behind the door frame, bent down, and tried to stop it, like, get my attention and say, like, "Don't come out of the room. Like, give me a second to, like, run to my room so you guys don't have to see me in almost my underwear." But from my perspective, it just looked like a head and arms growing at, well, one arm, like a reaching arm, trying to grab me. Shit. And I nearly screamed. I very nearly screamed because it was so... The lighting made it look like her arm and head had melted into the door. Like, the door frame had the same, like, pigment as her head and arm. So it just looked like this gross, thing growing out of the freaking room. And my girlfriend didn't see it. Like, she only saw the arm, kind of, because I was blocking her from, you know, I was in front of her opening the door for her. And so she didn't see it. But I talked to my mom later, and she's like, I couldn't stop laughing. Your reaction was just too hilarious. And I was not amused at all. I was very mad. But, as she so generously pointed out, she got me back for something I had done. Shit. Something that I had done. 3 hands. That's a different one. For something that I had done when I was younger. When I was about 4 years old, my mom was sleeping on the couch, and for some reason, I took it into my brain. I thought it would be a great idea, really funny idea, to grab her head while she's sleeping and scream to scare her. I thought it was going to be the funniest thing ever. I thought she would wake up and we'd all have a big laugh. There was no laughter. I snuck up behind her, quiet as could be. Oh, come on. I'm opening another root beer, by the way. Come on. There we go. Snuck up behind her. Quiet as could be. I'm a little 4-year-old. I don't know the difference between, like, you know, funny scared and bad scared. I don't know. I had not been taught the lesson that that it's not funny to be scared like that yet. Or if I had, it hadn't sunk in. I just thought it'd be funny. Maybe cartoons led me astray, you know, when somebody sneaks up behind somebody else and freaks them out. It's funny, you know, haha, whatever. It was not funny. I grabbed her head and went, ah! And she's opened her eyes and went, ah! She screamed so loud. She told me later when she felt my hands grasp her head, she thought, oh my god, there's a burglar. He's going to get in here. He's going to kill the kids. What am I going to do? I'm laying on the couch. I'm really tired. I don't know where I am. Where's the weapon? Oh my god, he's already in the house. I'm going to die. And then it's just me laughing at her. Oh man. Classic. So, there's a little bit of revenge for her. A little bit of unintended revenge. I promise I didn't mean to scare her that badly. But I done did, and she done did got me back. And it was glorious. You know, I'm the least weird in my whole family. And this leads me into another fun story. So I have an uncle, my mother's brother. He's more than a bit eccentric. I'll call him Bob, just to remain anonymous. So Bob, he's an odd fellow, to say the least. And I'll give you an example of his oddness. We don't really talk to him anymore because of family drama, which I might or might not go into, but he's a bit of a hermit. And he's a jeweler. He's a lot like a hobbit in a weird way. He collects shiny things and goes on weird little adventures and is just a character. He's tall, lanky, also has the island bald spot. And he's a hoarder. Before the term hoarder really got popular, I knew he was a hoarder. He hoarded everything. His whole house. It should have been a very comfortable little house, but man, it was not. There was garbage stacked so damn high. I knew that was going to happen. I knew you were going to throw that dagger at me. There we go. No! No, no, no! I've been eviscerated! But not that eviscerated. Yeah, bastards. Run, 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 run. I'm fat rolling and I don't like it. I forgot to check how my roll was. They know how their roll is. Get over here! You know how you roll. Yeah, weirdos. Choppy choppy. This is delicate work. At its finest. But anyway, his house was a mess. And, I don't know how his wife managed to live with him for so long. But she did. They had 3 kids. They're all real great people. My cousin Nick in particular is one of my better idols. He's one of the few cousins that I have that I actually like. A lot of my extended family is a bunch of assholes that I really don't care to think about. To be honest, a lot of them could go and literally die, and I wouldn't mind at all. They're that bad. But Nick is a good guy, and even his father, Bob, is not that bad of a person. He's just eccentric, and that's a really funny ragdoll effect you've got going on there, buddy. As a matter of fact, one of my earliest memories of Nick is he played this computer game on a really, really old, like, original Windows 95 or 97 computer. And he played this, like, weird dungeon crawler game that I had no idea what the heck it was when I was younger. But then, eventually, I saw a screenshot of a game, and I recognized it as the game that my cousin Nick was playing. And I was like, what the heck is this game? Turns out, it was Diablo. It was the first game that I'd ever seen on a computer. That was the first computer game I'd ever seen. Because I was like 6 at the time when I went over and saw him playing that. He was like 14. And the coolest part of the whole thing is he had a pet chinchilla that would sit on his shoulder and watch him play video games. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever. I just came into his house one time, and he had his little gray chinchilla sitting on his shoulder, like eating a little carrot with his little, you know, cute little chinchilla hands, and it's nibbling away, and Nick is playing Diablo on the computer. I'm like, you are the coolest motherfucker who ever lived. And he still is. I think he has a motorcycle. He's great. Love Nick. Nick's the best. His father, on the other hand, goodness. Well, when Bob got... No! 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 That was the last guy! 5, ring slot number 1. Damn it. Hold on, I need to take a break. We'll talk about Bob in 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Hello, everybody. I'm ready to talk about Bob. I took a little break, turned on the fan, and I feel much better. My God, it was getting really sweat-inducing in here. I mean, talking about Bob and that chinchilla, just treasured memories make me sweat. Sweat in anticipation of the day where I will not be able to remember these treasured memories because, unfortunately, Alzheimer's runs in my family. Yay! So, you know, even though, you know, time may pass and maybe one day I won't be recording ever again because of who knows what, I don't anticipate ever, you know, not recording, but life happens. I'm not planning on never recording again, but, you know, who knows. But if I'm ever not recording in the future, like 60 years from now, oh, don't worry. I'll be remembering this very vividly. Very vividly. Spookily vividly. So I'll see you all in 60 years again. Oh, wait, I need to change the role. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to be really old and say, need to change the roll. And then my kids will think I mean the toilet paper roll. And coincidentally, it will be the toilet paper roll. And I'll just roll with it. Be like, yeah, that's what I meant. But anyway, Bob, the jeweler. Just for some reason, it reminded me of that Men's Warehouse commercial. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Always like that commercial. Anyway, good old Bob got divorced, sadly. And he was gonna move out on his own to be a hip happening bachelor at 49. And he rented a moving van, and he convinced me, my 14-year-old self, to join him in helping to move some of his heavier jewelry equipment out of the house. Because he had some really expensive stuff, and he didn't want to just trust it to movers, so he decided to tag me along. I didn't really get an option. I don't think he even paid me anything. I just did it because, you know, we all like Bob. We all love Bob. I think that was a movie. We all love Bob, you know, with Bill Murray. What's wrong about Bob? What about Bob? All that. It's a good movie, too. Bill Murray plays an obnoxious patient, which has absolutely nothing to do in relation to the Bob that I know. Kill me when I tell a lie. Hands, number 3. So, he was going to have... I need to just go sit down somewhere. Sit down at Chamber of the Princess so I don't have to keep warping over here. My God. Give me another drink of this delicious craft root beer soda. Again, I don't even know where I can buy this stuff. I think my work buys it special from this thing called US Foods. And I don't think they sell food to the general public, so you have to buy it in like super restaurant-style bulk. And I might be getting a little bit fatter in my older age, but I'm not buying restaurant quality bulk yet. So anyway, Bob, helping him move. He rents a moving van, and we're trudging along, going to his house. He lives in a place called Tracy, which is kind of not a hick town, but it's not the best. It's kind of out there, starting to get out into the valley of California. And he drives the moving van to my aunt's house, well, his former house, and he backs the moving van up, and I will never know if he did this intentionally or unintentionally, but he backed the moving van into my aunt's car hard, and it ripped a big chunk of her bumper almost completely off. And rather than saying, "Oh my God, I'm screwed," because she was there at the house, he goes, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Hold on a minute. I rolled an 8, yes? Did I take off pyromancy? I think I took off my club. I didn't... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I think I've made a boo-boo here. Oh, what the hell? We'll just go with the axe. The axe is fine. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to take off pyromancy first, and then take off my club, but I can't remember if I had already done that or not. So we're just going to go with the axe for now, but I need to pay attention to that. So if I messed up there, then that's my mistake, so this is fine anyway. Anyway, so Bob backs up into my aunt's bumper, and instead of freaking out, she's in the house, he runs into the house, says, wait, hold on, I can fix this. And he runs in, and he goes to his knife collection. He's got an extensive knife collection. And I don't mean like a whole bunch of exotic knives from around the world or anything. No, he just has a lot of really big, really rusty kitchen knives that are stained brown with rust and age. Like cleavers, butcher's knives, pokers, you know, just everything that you can imagine in a kitchen, he has. He even has some like hatchets, and they're all from like at least like the 70s. And they have not been taken care of at all. He's just, again, a hoarder. So he comes out with like an 18-inch long butcher knife, and this crazy bastard cuts off the remaining part of my aunt's bumper that was just hanging off like a hangnail. That's it. He just cuts it off. And he goes, there we go. Just some duct tape will patch it right up. This way we can like really make sure that it's adjusted correctly or some bullshit. And I'm like, Scott, oh shit. I let his real name drop. Fuck. His name's Bob. No. Okay, fine. It's Scott. Scott. He's a Scott to the very baseline, isn't he? That's just a name that you associate with some jackass. I'm sorry. Oh, Scott, you crazy motherfucker. I love you, but you are so stupid. I can't keep calling you Bob. I messed up. I'm sorry. So now everyone will know that there is a fellow named Scott who lives in Tracy. Lovely. He's a character, and he takes off of his dad a lot. My grandfather on my mother's side was a huge collector of useless things, just like I'm collecting all this useless armor that I will never be able to put on. He had adding machines, literal giant cash registers, parts of cars, just the whole garage was a nightmare at my old house. Oh gosh, by the way, it's time that I reveal a mod that I've been using. So the first mod that you might have noticed is this one. You know, the shield from Legend of Zelda, replacing the grass crest from Dark Souls. But now it's time to show you my other little mod that some of you may or may not have noticed when we came in here earlier. Behold! The painted world of of Archimedes or Archimedes is now the giant first painting from Super Mario 64. Well, just Mario 64. Yes, that's right. It's the Bomb Field from Mario 64. Let's get in there. I love that game so much, and everybody else does too. That's why there's still, it's like, oh shit, that's not the right game. I wouldn't touch that. Nice nails. May we see them? Not again. Manus, are you dragging me in here? Blah, 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 blah. Womp, 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 womp. Here we are! Star 1-1. Kill a boss. The boss. In the Painted World, it just seemed too fitting for me not to install that mod. Okay, so the Painted World is a very interesting place. It's a place that the developers put everything that didn't really fit anywhere else. The Painted World is a place of rejects and lost creatures. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yeah, crazies. There's a lot of hollows in here that have probably gone absolutely bonkers from being trapped in a painted world. The boss that's in here is a fair maiden. The only reason why we're allowed to come in here is because we found that peculiar doll that was in my jail cell. Let me see if I can find it. Here we are. Peculiar doll. There was once an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. Now, if that's not subtle storytelling, I don't know what is. I mean, think about it. In order to get to this place, you'd have to go all the way back to your jail cell at the beginning of the game. Who does that, you know? Who just says, okay, I'm on this big mystical fantasy adventure, but hey, really missing that jail cell, let's go and head back, finds a doll, says, hey, what is this doll? It says something, something, blah, 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 abomination in a painted world. How's that for a hint? And speaking of abominations, look at this lovely prom date that you will inevitably have to go with. Get out of here, you. I've just been hit with toxin. This is not okay. Oh no. And I can't equip any rings. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't equip any rings, so I can't see how my health is doing. I really should just use my shield more often. I don't know why the hell I haven't been. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that okay, but we'll pretend like it is. Oh, piss buckets. I'm gonna die. No, I am not. I would much rather get out of there. Okay, there we go. Do I have any humanity? No. Let's use some. How much do I have? Never mind. Okay. Fascinating. So now we have to get through the painted world of Archimedes, with this equipment. With this equipment, everybody. And 5 heals. Otherwise, we'll just have to kill all these people for their humanity. Oh, anyway, sorry, getting back to the Scott story. Bob, I should say. But that wasn't the end of it. Once I was gonna help him move, he had me help him move this big safe onto the moving van. Alone, by the way. It was about 400 pounds. And he just said, yeah, you can pick up the safe with the dolly. And you'll be fine. You know, it doesn't have anything in it, so it's not that heavy. It was cast iron, Scott. Cast iron. Shit was heavy. And I had to roll it up a ramp on a dolly by myself. I was so scared that it was gonna, because I couldn't pull it backwards, otherwise it would slide off the dolly. The dolly was shit, I'm gonna be honest. There was no grip on this dolly at all. So I had to push it up the ramp, and I'll tell you, I will tell you. Ooh, look at that. Look at that crow over there. Nothing but nothing puts the fear of God into you like, well, this thing, but also realizing that you're losing the grip on this dolly that has a 400-pound safe. Let's see if they'll fight. Do you guys fight? Okay, not me. These crow people are very interesting, by the way. They show up in Dark Souls 2 as well. In a different sort of manner, but I really like these weird bird people. I mean, just look at them. They're so freaky and tall, and they look like they crawled right out of, like, some Egyptian nightmare.